Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Today, we're figuring out if it was really the left hand or the right hand. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. I think I already found the contradiction. That's your left side? Yeah, that's your left side. He kept fiddling with it all the time. Oh, does that mean I should have kept the last episode going? If this goes quick enough, I'll just add this on to the end of the last episode. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up on the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth. It's true. He didn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts. It's good old black and white. You might have seen a hearing aid in his left ear. I'm going to press you, but I already know what the issue is. So the victim was wearing an HMD. HD, TV, CD, DVD, what does it matter? It was none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing this earpiece on the same side? No question. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. Oh, wait. It seems he kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg. He was getting on my nerves. Rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made a fuss dying from one sip of Javicino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. So thinking the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. I was fiddling with it too. The earpiece he mentioned. Which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fastens your left cuff with your right hand. What? And when the tour guide says on your right side you'll see the famous blah blah, you're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, are you? No, I didn't mean... Obviously he used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow! So if you had the HMD on his left hand side, then I guess it was his left hand. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. Looks like you really did see the guy picking up the cup with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. To chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there would be no contradictions in his testimony, right? Alright, dog. I'm gonna call you out. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as that HMD. No question, you can look me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What'd you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't have heard with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear on that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order! This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Kudo? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? I mean, you kind of have drip, if that makes up for it. This is the victim's coffee cup in which a potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his cappuccino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness had already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up the cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Kudo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Spit take. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. Damn it, I knew I should have kept going last episode. Hold it! Wait, really? Are we not done? Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his O's now. How's your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? Final chapter is an eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What do you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the cappuccino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. You better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would ya? It's gotta be some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. It's the final showdown? I was gonna sing there, but you guys don't want to hear me sing. Oh, we're back at the Moderato version of this. This case ain't gonna be over anytime soon. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his cappuccino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, hmm? What does that got to do with anything? Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Hey, you're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor defenseless old man. No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Do you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah, so what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain. That's why you all can. That's why you all think of. That's why that's all you can think of. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your final cross-examination, please. Do I just have to give you the picture so that the vase didn't fall over? Because that stain on the table is coffee. The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat! I'm warning you, I'm more of a savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle. Ow! He's chucking those seeds harder than ever. Better be careful. Come on, Nick. Nail him. The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build with suspense, hmm? Suspense? Yes, now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? No, please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible. Alright, now where was I? Ah, yes, the young boy slumped over the table. And? How was the idiot not upset the vase? He knocked it over. A vase, you say? Yes, there are vases on all the tables in that place. There are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over. Well, he's right about there being vases. I remember seeing them, too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase. Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define? Okay, I get it. I heard it break, and the sight of it buried into my memory as clear as day. Or burned in my memory. Soaked in water, you mean? Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well. You said you were sitting at the table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet, the water still managed to splash onto you? It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing me. Could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? Turn things upside down. Not really. This is... so what? You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking? The vase turned upside down, and my testimony turned this case upside down. It's a joke. I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain? I'm impressed by your ability to waste time. Kudo hasn't raised any objections for a while now. So, young show-off, what's that scrap of information? I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat. He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya. It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I'll triple dog dare you to find a contradiction, youngin'. Guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then. Okay, this picture is from the crime, right? The vase is still clearly there. It's still there. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch! Ow! Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. What is it now? I just remembered something! Yes? Go on. The broken vase! It was on my table. What? Ah, well, you see... It startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin can be completely soaked. Right. So if I add this on to the last episode, it would be 40 minutes, almost 50. We'll just keep it going. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've clearly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps it's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Oh, wait a minute! If that's the case, there's more! I've got more to say! Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me! The dude's voice really hurts my stomach. He uses a lot of air. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark is on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor. The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. We each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Kudo's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Kudo's. Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. 15 minutes. Let's see. The last recording was 38 minutes, but I'm going to edit some of it out, so it's probably like 34. It'll be 15 minutes. I mean, that's pretty normal for a trial episode, I guess. Do I really want to do that? I don't want to do the extra editing. We're just going to keep it going. But next time I do a trial, I'm just going to have to do it all in one take. Because I feel like it flows better that way. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron straps, the ribbon, and that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Trying to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah! We gotta find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Alright, what to do? Well, I'm officially at a loss of where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. Well, I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case has gotta be Tribien. Well then, let's go back to where and check it out again. We also need to ask Gumshoe about the potion, the bottle. Oh, we should drop it at Maggie and see how she's doing too. Alright, any ideas? So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Zin Ehop. You know, like, what he's like and stuff. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy. I had to beat you so hard. I don't remember what voice I used for you. I had to beat you so hard I feel like you was smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright. You saying you, Phoenix Wright. Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. I need to give him like a deeper voice, but like I said, what was it, 2 episodes ago? Whenever I started this recording session. I'm not in the mood to do voices right now. Actually, I learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What'd you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Fonione? Don Fonione? What's that? She's saying he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. Oh, he's not in the court record? What's that guy's story, anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? I don't know. You want to take a look at some of this stuff? I guess anything past this point would be new to you, huh? The thing must have been in an accident. It's a total wreck. Just the guy I met at the park was riding, and I'm betting he's the fake me. I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Yeah. His voice is still ringing in my ears. Introduce me next time, Nick. I want to meet Zin Ehop too. Did I just show you all of this? Yeah, okay. The only thing prosecutors seem to like about me is pushing me around. Maybe someone gets Maggie? I mean, that's my guess. But why me specifically? How would they know she was gonna call for Phoenix? Well, I guess because I'm the best lawyer around. Oh, okay. A loan of $500,000? I wonder what Mr. Armstrong... Small loan of $500,000. What did Mr. Armstrong do to get into that much debt? I'm gonna guess he spent money needlessly. You better watch your spending, too. Hey, I got a great idea! What if Mr. Armstrong charged $20,000 for the Twin Tea set? Pay people with that kind of bill, Maya, that will hit you back. They will hit you back. Letter of apology from the old man? Well, how sweet. Actually, it's his testimony, if you can call it that. So what's it say? I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I used to break things all the time when I was little, you know? And I used to have to write apologies all the time, too. Well, Pearls and Adrian seem to have picked up where you left off. No. You know anything about this? You work there, Maya. You should know all about it. That's the cup the poison was in, isn't it? Yeah, and the stain on the rim shows the victim used his right hand to pick it up. The old man swore he saw a victim pick it up with his left hand. If Mr. Kudo wasn't mistaken, then what could account for this contradiction? I don't know. Maybe I should try the lottery sometime too. Sure, why not? If you hit the jackpot, maybe you could win $500,000. So what are you waiting for, Nick? Buy one. No way, sure the lottery is a tax on people who are bad at math? Ah, fine then. At least I can add it to the newly renamed Paths to Wealth. I'll have to call Pearly later and have her add buy lottery tickets whenever possible. Did she even buy one? It's almost surreal that this artsy apron is what got us this far. Well, as it goes, this piece definitely leaves an impression. I guess that means the old guy never saw the front of it, huh? Which means he didn't see the waitress's face either. I can't believe they found this in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, but she was passed out, right? So the killer could have easily planted it on her. Who would even get a hold of something like this? It's not like you can go down to your local Costco and buy one in bulk for $5 a pound. She has got a point. How the killer got a hold of this poison is pretty important. Alright, let's talk about the medicine. New ear something clinic. I guess if your eardrum was ruptured, you couldn't listen to radio, huh? Yeah, it'd be pretty pointless to wear an earpiece of any kind. The medication in the bag is missing too, right? A mysterious vanishing medication. Much like our mysterious other person. Alright, let's go check Gumshoe real quick. See if he's got any information on that bottle. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Okay, never mind. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call in the officers for briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station's server? Chief, quit playing on the internet! Well, by email, Pin Pal, 1337 Asian Princes. Save it for later, I'm turning it off now! No! Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy? More like panicking, if you ask me. Something going on. Something big. Sounds like they're getting hacked. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Even pickpockets have their pockets picked. As a keeper, better to go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan. It's Babe's in uniform. Let's meet the chief of the detectives here. Looks lost now that the power of his computer's been cut. Oh, well, I guess I have to write her a real letter instead of an email. I don't know if you can write some reports, just a suggestion. Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume and become chief. Well... It's Blue Badger. Same thing. Alright, let's go talk to Maggie. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. What do you gotta say for yourself? This catches some vertical disease. Yeah. Probably wakes up too early for all this. Then, I guess, we should head to Trebian. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. That's it! Come on, come on, come on! That sounds like... Oh. Now just call an 8, pal! Come on, I know you can! He's getting really worked up about something. No, it's the wrong number! Ah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. Oh, is he doing the lottery? What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just... I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is. He's having the twin tea set. What can I say? What can you say? You don't have the money for this, Detective. Actually, let me examine real quick. Wait, you're... What? Pears and frocks? What even is that? Say entrance or exit? No. Alright. Slide. Cha-cha real smooth. Do you think Old C was talking about a base like this in court? It does look like it's ready to fall over any second. Kind of fragile, too. But if Mr. Armstrong charged $10,000 for every vase a customer broke, he'd be able to pay off his loan really quickly. Give people with that kind of bill, Maya, they will hate you back. Destroys petitions. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You fell for it again? Alright. Gumshoe. This is a nightmare! How am I supposed to look back in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow up my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would you prefer crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't even want to see him again. Something like that. What? Ah! But please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. Alright, how's that lunch special? So, did you like the twin tea set? I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was... delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized. It's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe you should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenn Elg came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glenn Elg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Do you really have to lie about doing the lottery, Gumshoe? The Sledge Special's lobster shirt is great. Are we just gonna, like, present you with the lottery ticket? Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Not that you made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... what's this lottery ticket? I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glenn Elk did. It's like you could see right through me. Huh? Cracked him already? See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. Yeah, but why'd you have to lie about it? I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And then got the special radio show where they announced the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. Yeah. What time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Every Monday at 1:30. Yeah, that does sound cool. Where's that autopsy? Between 1:30 and 2:30. So it was just exactly 1:30. I think that's gonna come into play at some time. Holy crap, they didn't get there until 2:40? How long did it take you to call the cops? I wanna try it, Nick. Buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Alright, I guess we're gonna ask him about Glenn. Not that. 100%. This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? Ugh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, do you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Oak worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, huh? Right. I suppose I will present some of this other stuff to you, see what you have to say, and we'll go check out his workplace next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this, like or subscribe button down below. Don't forget the main channel, and if you're streaming live on Twitch or something to stream live, you check out that link down in the description below. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next one. So, take care.